Hello, everybody. This is Julie D. from NordoniaHills.news, and today I am talking to Derek Mercer, who currently is the Executive Director from the Longwood YMCA. Hello, Derek.
Hi.
So before we get into the fact that you're the new boys soccer coach, I think people probably would like to know, how are things going at the Y, how is your summer programs looking, and with all the COVID changes?
Yeah, great. So we will be running summer camp, which is basically summer childcare. We will be starting this Monday, June 8th. It's a 10-week program. Parents can choose which weeks they want to attend. Just like everything, there's major changes happening. No field trips, unfortunately, so no parks, no zoos, no movie theaters, but our big goal is to bring day camp to our facility. So all the activities that we will be doing with the kids on our campus, we're going to make sure the kids are having a great time, great environment for the kids. So.
And you're probably limited on space, like how many kids?
Correct. So traditionally, our camp has about 100 participants, 100 kids. And our group sizes are like 20 to 30 kids in a group, 2 counselors per group. But with all the rules coming out from licensing, we can only have 9 kids in a group or a classroom, and we can only have 1 staff per classroom. So we are actually limited to 36 kids for our building.
Well, I guess we should be thankful that you can do anything at this point, and hopefully it'll change. Did you have any other programs that you want to talk about?
I would love to talk about our youth sports, our rentals, all the things we do, our silver sneakers for the older adults. But right now, the only thing that we could offer is licensed childcare with the limitations that we have. So.
Yeah, everything is kind of on hold. Well, speaking of being on hold, obviously the school for fall is still up in the air. We had some encouraging words from the governor on Tuesday, but still nothing solid. So let's talk about soccer and sports in general. When did you get started in sports?
For like coaching?
No, as like a little Derek.
Oh, little Derek. Oh yeah, gosh. Honestly, from what I can recall, 4 or 5 years old, started playing soccer in kindergarten. So yeah, played, t-ball, soccer, basketball. I was big into running, so I played pretty much every sport, as a child. So.
Wow, that's great. So, did you have a favorite?
Basketball was my first love, actually, until I broke my hand in 3rd grade. So I had to miss a basketball season because it was, during the winter time. So I kind of focused more on soccer because you use your feet, not your hands. And then I just gravitated more towards soccer just because I was a little bit better at soccer than basketball.
Do you think your running training helped you in soccer?
Absolutely. Yes.
I mean, you guys make me tired, all the running, and I don't know. It's very intense sport, and you have to be well in shape to do it. So I give you guys credit for that. So how is the team preparing now for soccer?
Great question. So we've been doing some Zoom meetings with our coaching staff for the high school season. For the current players, I've had a Zoom meeting with our captains, which are 3 seniors and 1 junior. So I'm really putting a lot of, not pressure, but responsibility on our captains to say, hey, reach out to the current players, make sure they're doing their workouts, make sure that they're ready for our training schedule that we're going to be starting next week. So our training schedule, we are going to start Tuesday, June 9th. We will be doing conditioning Tuesday mornings, and then open field practice Thursday evenings and Sunday evenings.
Well, that's good. At least you'll get back to training. And when does the fall season normally start for you guys?
So typically for fall sports in Ohio, August 1st is that magic date where you can coach the kids. Outside of August 1st, you only get 10 contact days. But with COVID-19 happening, a lot of the rules that they released is we're actually allowed to have more than 10 contact days. But the struggle or the issue with that is our soccer kids, they can't scrimmage. They can't have contact with each other. So we can have more than 10 training sessions for the summer, but they can't scrimmage, they can't touch each other. So, we're going to make sure that the kids are more conditioned than in years past. We're also going to hone in on those fine motor skills, those basic skills, dribbling, passing, all the things that individually you can do. But once they lift some of those rules and regulations, once we can start scrimmaging, hopefully our kids are in pretty good shape and ready to go.
Well, it's exciting. So do you have any plans now that you're like the new coach? Something that they didn't do last fall?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. Nothing off the top of my head. I'm sure as the season progresses and how the trainings are going with these individual trainings, most likely. But a lot of the things that Jason Stepp, the previous head coach, laid down in the foundation, we're just going to keep it going and, just keep the ball rolling and making sure that we're doing the same stuff.
What was your previous role with the team?
Varsity assistant coach.
And how long were you the assistant coach?
For 5 seasons. So ever since Jason Stepp came up here in 2015. So
great. So it must have been exciting for you to get the nod.
Yes, it is. So definitely excited to take the program and hopefully we can grow it. With my involvement with the Y and the rec soccer on the youth level, we're hoping that we can build it up with the younger kids and really increase the boys soccer program and get our numbers up.
In growing up and everything, did you ever have a point like a major obstacle that you had to overcome to get where you are now?
Major obstacle? Oh man, it's a big question, Julie.
I like to end with a zinger.
Oh, okay. You know what? There's nothing that really jumps out to me right now. I just think that, hard work really pays off. I think I've always positioned myself to always say yes. So anytime an opportunity, whether it's personal, professional, just say yes. You don't know where it's going to take you. Try new things. So everything I've done throughout my career and where I'm at today, I've always said yes, and I think it's worked out for the better. So.
Well, that's great. The reason why I usually ask that question, because sometimes people are struggling and can't get to the next step. And if they, see how somebody has overcome something, maybe it'll encourage them to get to the next level. So for you, I guess, just telling someone to say yes and try new things. That's good advice. And then real quick, why don't you tell everybody how you're involved with our local Rotary?
Yeah, so I currently sit on the Rotary board. Ever since 2015, I got initiated into Rotary. So I joined the board last year. So I am the current secretary. I believe my term is up July 1st is when we select new officers, which happens every year. And we just want to rotate positions, make sure our current Rotary members are involved in some capacity. But my main involvement with Rotary, I help out with events, fundraising, community service projects. But the big thing is Safety Town. So I don't have answers yet. I know if parents are tuning into this or they're questioning, they may recognize me as the Safety Town director, but we are working on it behind the scenes. We're trying to figure out what we can do for this year with all the rules, sanitizing, and regulations we have to follow. But we are hopeful that we can run some sort of version of Safety Town for this year.
And I think, don't kids usually bring their own little bikes and stuff?
So we have bikes at the facility. They were actually donated by Specialty Lubricants, the Bajinski family, and also Step 2 in Hudson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Step 2, yeah. So we had some bikes donated by both companies.
Okay. No, I was just thinking if kids brought their own, at least that way you wouldn't have to worry about wiping everything down. They just bring them and leave them, and they don't leave them. I don't know.
It's definitely an idea, and I'll write that down actually and use that when I talk to my
Yeah, you can
teachers.
take credit for that. It's okay. Well, anyways, thank you for taking the time to talk with me. And I look forward to seeing you out on the field this fall and for the soccer games.
Yeah.
Any last words, something that you wanted to say?
No, I mean, I'm available for the community, whether it's through high school soccer, the YMCA, Rotary, any involvement, any way you want to connect with myself or the high school soccer program or Rotary, please reach out to me. So.
And remember to keep me up to date. I know things are changing constantly, and let me know about any events and any anything that you're able to do, any new events, because I know people are looking forward to the day when we can do like 5Ks and things like that.
Yes, yes. Hopefully one day. So.
Yes. Well, thank you for your time, Derek. Have a good evening.
All right, you too.